How Fortnite can fix kicks. Hey, what's up guys, Snoopy here, and yes, today I want to talk about kicks with you all because I've been noticing something, especially ever since my last video which I discussed kicks, which was over 8 months ago, that the kick cosmetics have not actually been getting better, they have actually been getting worse. As of this video recording, we have over 150 separate pairs of kicks inside of Fortnite, which is just crazy to begin with, and they are still not in a good spot. They are still very overpriced, they are pushing so much more out into the item shop, it's honestly become a huge problem, and today I want to talk about how Epic can actually make kicks better. If you guys like the content that you see, make sure to subscribe to the channel with the bell turned on so you don't miss any more new videos from me. Also, don't forget to drop a like on the video if you guys do enjoy the content. And also, make sure to use code MINNOW5 in the Fortnite item shop as it helps out the channel tremendously. But ladies and gentlemen, let's hop right into the video. And I'm going to start off with my first idea here, and that is reducing the price of shoes. Now, I think we can all agree that kicks have always been very expensive in the item shop. They are always usually ranging from 600 V-Bucks to even 1200 V-Bucks, which is crazy to begin with, which that is more than most emotes, and even as much, if not more, than some skins in the item shop. It's crazy on how expensive and overpriced the kicks are. And the reason why I'm bringing this up here is because the way that they should actually go about reducing the pricing of these cosmetics is by taking a page out from what they did with the car cosmetics. Because for those who don't know, they were actually selling the cars for like 4,000 V-Bucks when they were originally released into the item shop back in chapter 5. I wish I was kidding. They got so much backlash for this to the point where they actually had to fully reduce the prices drastically, and I do think that cars are actually in a good solid spot right now when it comes to the pricing of them. Kicks, on the other hand, are cosmetics that they're really wanting for you to actually purchase a lot of. And in my opinion, the way they can fix this is by making the cheapest kicks, which are the Fortnite originals, at the very least 300 V-Bucks. I think that is actually a pretty good price point, and the most expensive kicks should either be between 600 V-Bucks, like how the original kicks are currently right now, or even 800 V-Bucks for some that actually have like crazy reactivity, things like that. Because I actually do believe that paying over 1,000 V-Bucks for a single pair of kicks is an absolute scam. You guys wonder why I don't buy kicks on my spending sprees and why I haven't purchased a single one? This is the exact reason. Kicks are just so expensive. I think they should really go back on the pricing of them and really evaluate them in general because they are just crazy expensive and they're just not worth your money. Oh, but speaking of which, my second option for them to actually do this here is actually something that they've actually been doing recently, and that is sell kicks with skins. For those who don't know what I'm talking about here, essentially you add on the kicks that already exist on like a skin, for as an example here, and you sell it alongside with it. You know what I mean? Like for example, the Rat Boy Reload skin. That's a great example of what I'm talking about here. When he actually was released into the item shop afterwards, Epic actually decided to actually release the shoes that were actually on this skin, which was honestly really weird. I don't know why they went in that direction, but that's what they did. Players saw this, and then Epic decided to give all the players who already owned the Rat Boy Reload skin the kicks for absolutely free. And as of now, he is actually sold alongside with the shoes, and they're actually added on to the skin, and it doesn't actually affect the skin price in general. It doesn't even affect it. You pretty much get a free pair of shoes that would normally cost you 1,000 V-Bucks in the item shop. Sure, you can still buy the shoes separately, but why would you want to buy the shoes separately when you can get it for an extra 500 V-Bucks for a skin and a back bling? And you're pretty much getting the shoes for free, so what's the point of doing that? In my opinion, I think that is a phenomenal idea that they should start doing that. I think that would be a really amazing idea. They're kind of slowly doing it, obviously. They did it with a couple of the collab skins, and they're also putting the kicks inside of brand new bundles. I remember they did it with Galaxy Scout not that long ago, so at the very least, they are trying to push kicks out a little bit more and different ways of like trying to sell them in the item shop instead of just them flat out selling them out for like 600 to 1200 V-Bucks. And I do believe this would be a great incentive for players to actually buy kicks if they're sold alongside skins or even with skins. I think that would be a really great idea. Another huge issue which I've been seeing with kicks as of lately, especially throughout the past few months ever since kicks were actually introduced into Fortnite, is the fact that they sell the same shoes in the item shop over and over again. They make like the same kinds of pairs so frequently in the item shop. I'm talking about the Adidas ones, the Nike Air Jordans. There's so many pairs that are literally the exact same, and they're selling them all completely separately in the item shop. And this leads me on to edit styles. make a single pair of shoes that are just there for the collaboration, and then once you make like newer versions of them, or if you get more licensing to add different versions of those shoes, put those as edit styles instead of actual separate shoes altogether. Because this pretty much happens every single time whenever we get some new collab shoes in the game. Most of the time, they actually just add the exact same shoe within the item shop. Like, multiple of them. As I literally just said, it feels like that they're pushing out quantity over quality when it comes to kicks. But I think having edit styles of those shoes would be a great incentive and a great idea in general. Because why would you want to pay like 1,500 V-Bucks as an example for two shoes that are pretty much the exact same and they're just basically color swaps? It makes no sense in my opinion. Like, I think it would be a great incentive to buy one pair of shoes that have multiple different edit styles which are correlating to shoes that already look the same as it. And especially if they're going to keep pushing out more kicks into the item shop at this accelerated rate, which is what they've been doing as of lately, I think this would be a great incentive for Epic to actually make these shoes more worth it, especially the collab ones, because they are insanely overpriced and are not worth your time. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, kicks are in such a really bad spot still. While I will say I'm glad that we're getting more Fortnite originals, even though I will say I'm not the biggest fan of them only realistically doing slippers, which is what they've been pushing out a lot. I won't lie when I say that here. Kicks in general are still not worth it. After all these months of it being in the game, I'm not going to tell you what you can do with your money. If you want to go out of your way to buy these shoes, go ahead. But in my opinion, they're still not worth it, especially after all these months and also throughout this entire year that we have had kicks release so frequently into the item shop. They are just not worth it, and I hope at some point Epic actually goes out of the way to actually fix these cosmetics, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I should have also added back blings. I think that would be a cool idea for these to be back blings, but I would love to know down below in the comment section your thoughts on kicks in their current state right now, and also how would you want to fix them? I would love to know. But ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed. If you did happen to enjoy this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to check out my Twitter, aka Max account. And also don't forget to use my support creator code within the Fortnite item shop. That's MINO5, that's MINO5. Please and thank you. Thank you all so much for watching. I love every single one of you. Remember everyone, it's always good to take chances.